Welcome back. We are now at the nonfiction portion of our lesson today. You've just listened to a fiction story, which is a story that is made up from the author's imagination. And we know that it's fiction because we know that animals don't really talk and um, that the characters don't play together and have those kinds of adventures. They don't wear the clothing items that you may have seen on some of the animals. Um, so we can tell very easily that our story, The Koala Who Could, was a fiction story. It was made up from the author's imagination. On the other hand, nonfiction is true factual information. And we learn from our nonfiction as well as enjoy it. You can enjoy and learn from fiction as well, but there's factual learning from nonfiction information. So we're going to use two sources today, the PebbleGo database and a video on koalas. So I'm going to click on the PebbleGo database link. And the username for PebbleGo is Barron, our school name, but all lowercase letters, Barron. And the password is also Barron, all lowercase letters. So if you ever use this website and you need to put in the username and password, everybody in the school uses the same information. So you click go, and the headings are animals, science, biographies, and social studies. Animals would usually go under science, but since they have a special category for the animals, we will click on that because we're looking for koalas. And koalas fit into the category of mammals.
Amphibians.
And one thing that's cool about PebbleGo, it reads to you, so almost any text you see on the page will be read to you if you click on it. So koalas don't fit into any of these other mammal categories very well. So PebbleGo has put them into the other mammals category.
Other mammals.
And then the animals are listed in alphabetical order from bats, the bees, all the way over to the caves.
Koalas.
Now, one interesting thing about nonfiction is that you don't have to read it in order from beginning to middle to end the way you do with a fiction story. You can click anywhere around and learn the facts about koalas. So, as you can see at the top, you have the buttons body, habitat, food, life cycle, fun facts, and read more. So, we're going to click on some, let's look at the life cycle of a koala.
Female koalas have pouches on their stomachs. Their newborn babies stay in the pouch for 6 months. Adult koalas live alone. Koalas usually live for 13 to 18 years.
Now, the body of koalas.
Koalas are marsupials with thick, fuzzy gray fur. They are about 3 feet, 0.9 meter long. They weigh from 14 to 20 pounds, 6.4 to 9.1 kilograms.
The food they eat.
Every night, koalas eat for about 4 hours. They munch the juicy leaves of eucalyptus trees. Koalas also get water by eating leaves.
Their habitat.
Koalas live only in Australia. They use their strong arms to climb eucalyptus trees. Each hand has 2 thumbs to grip branches tightly. Koalas spend most of their lives in trees.
All right, so we can go through each one. If you hit on each of these buttons or click on each of these buttons, you will find out a fact about koalas, about their body, that they have thick, fuzzy gray fur. They can get to be 3 feet long and how much they weigh. You can find out where they live, what part of the world they live in, and where in that part of the world they like to be. They are usually found in Australia, but you can probably see a koala maybe in a zoo, but they're naturally in Australia. In Australia, they love to live in the trees, particularly eucalyptus trees, and they have two thumbs to help them grip those branches. You can see where the food is that they like to eat, their life cycle. The females have pouches. You may know another animal that reminds you of that has a pouch to carry their baby in. They live 13 to 18 years. Now, here's some fun facts about koalas.
The word koala means does not drink. Koalas sleep 18 hours every day. Koalas move very slowly. A newborn koala is the size of a jelly bean.
All right. Another thing about nonfiction is they usually have photographs to go with the information, especially in books for elementary school students, but also in even higher level books. They're usually photographs to go along with nonfiction material. They have headings like you have up here. Also, if you look in the text, you might have noticed some of the words are in red and they're bold print. These are words that may be unfamiliar to you, and they define them within this database. So let's click on the word marsupials and listen to the glossary definition.
Marsupial, a kind of mammal that carries its young in a pouch on its stomach.
Okay. Under habitat, eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus, a strong-smelling evergreen tree that grows in dry places.
Grip.
Grip. To hold tightly to something.
Under life cycle, they have pouches and pouch. So I'll just click on the plural word.
Pouch, a small pocket of skin. Koalas carry their young in a pouch.
So as you can see, the nonfiction material has lots of different what we call text features that help you to understand the information and remember it better. All right, so now we're going to go off the database and go to a video presentation on koalas. And this way you'll get to see koalas moving around a little bit, eating their food, and learn some other facts.
Let's learn about koalas. Although you may have heard them called koala bears, koalas are not bears at all. Like bears, koalas are mammals, which means they are warm-blooded, have fur, and feed their babies milk. Unlike bears, koalas are a special kind of mammal called marsupials. Marsupials have pouches to carry their babies in for a few months after they are born. Kangaroos are probably the most famous marsupials, but koalas have pouches too. Baby koalas are called joeys. When they are born, they are only about the size of a jelly bean. They have no fur and their eyes and ears are closed. Koala joeys will stay in their mother's pouches for about 6 months. Once a baby koala comes out of the pouch, it will hang onto its mother's back or stomach and stay with her for another 6 months. Full-grown koalas reach lengths of 24 to 33 inches, or 60 to 85 centimeters, and weights of up to 33 pounds or 15 kilograms, although the females are usually much smaller. Koalas are native to eastern Australia, where the eucalyptus forests they call their home grow. They are herbivores and eat almost exclusively eucalyptus leaves. Although there are about 600 types of eucalyptus trees in Australia, koalas will only eat about 120 of them, and an individual koala will only eat leaves from about 4 to 6 types. Eucalyptus trees are both food and a home for koalas. Koalas have short, curved claws, ideal for climbing trees, and 2 thumbs on their front paws that help them to grip small branches. They rarely even come to the ground to drink. The name koala is from an Aboriginal word meaning no drink, because koalas get most of their water from the leaves they eat. Koalas spend almost all of their time in the treetops, eating, or more likely, sleeping. Koalas usually sleep between 18 and 22 hours a day. It takes a lot of energy to digest eucalyptus leaves. Eucalyptus leaves are poisonous to most animals, but koalas have an extra long digestive system that allows them to break down the leaves without being hurt by the poison. Although koalas are not currently endangered, they are in trouble. Once, they were hunted in large numbers for their soft fur. Although they are protected now, they need plenty of eucalyptus trees, about 100 trees per koala, to have enough food to eat. As the forests they live in are cut down by humans, koalas have fewer and fewer places to live. If we want to make sure that koalas stay healthy and happy, we need to protect their habitats so they have enough trees to call home. I hope you enjoyed learning about koalas today. Goodbye till next time.
All right, so that was our lesson portion on the video part about koalas. So hopefully you learned some more information about koalas that you can remember. So let's move on to our activity sheet that goes with the nonfiction section. If you're in third or second grade, you're going to complete this activity to help you remember information you learned from the nonfiction sources. You'll put your name on it, the date, and then you'll write a note about the body. You can write a complete sentence or a note about the body of koalas, something you remember about the habitat, the food they eat, their life cycle. And we'll talk about the drawing later. If you have a favorite thing that you've learned about the koala, you can also add that at the end, underneath the block for drawing. If you don't have a favorite thing, then just remember any fun fact about the koala that isn't included in your body, habitat, food, or life cycle portion of your paper. If you're in first or kindergarten, you're going to complete this activity sheet where you're going to label parts. The arms of the koala are strong for climbing trees. The claws are long for gripping branches. The fur is thick to keep warm in winter. And the hands have 2 thumbs to grip branches. So, our exit ticket, what will you take from this lesson? What's the main idea? Well, we want you to remember what's the difference between a fiction story and a nonfiction source. Talk it over with your substitute teacher in your end of class discussion. Participate by raising your hand. As I said, finally, we're going to finish. If you have time at the end of class, you'll learn how to draw your own koala. You may have used Art Hub before with the art teacher. Maybe you haven't used it before, but this is a great step-by-step way to practice drawing. So get your pencil ready, and you can color the picture later when you have extra time in class.
Hadley, what are we going to draw today?
A koala.
A koala. We hope you're going to follow along with us. We need something to draw with, some paper, and
Some food color with.
all right, let's get started. We're first going to draw 2 circles in the middle of our paper. We're going to draw them about this big, and we're going to leave some space in between the 2 circles. So we can draw a nose in the middle. Yep, some space and another eye. Perfect. Now let's color in those 2 circles.
All of it.
All of it, yeah. Usually we put highlights, but this time I thought it would be fun to leave the highlights off. Now let's draw the nose. We're going to draw a U shape in between our 2 eyes. I see you putting eyelashes on. And this U shape, look at the bottom. It's a little flat down at the bottom. Yeah, that's perfect. Then we're going to draw a curve on the top to complete the nose. Now let's color in this shape. That's a lot of coloring. So we're going to fast forward, and you guys can pause the video to take time to finish this step.
And make sure you have at least 2 sheets of paper when you have markers.
Definitely, so it doesn't soak through and get on your paper.
Yeah.
I mean your table. You want it on your paper. Now we're going to draw our koala's head or the chin. We're going to start over here, and we're going to draw a U shape that comes underneath and up on the other side. Yeah, now let's draw the ears, and we're going to leave a little space, and we're going to draw a curve that comes out and up. And we'll do the same thing on both sides. Yeah, now let's draw a little zigzag at the top of the ears so they look fuzzy. Okay, now we're ready to draw the rest of the ear, and we'll draw a big curve that comes down and connects to the cheek on both sides.
It's so cute.
I love koalas. They're so fun to watch. Okay, now let's draw the top of his head or her head. We're going to draw a little curve. It's going to go halfway over and then stop. We can go a little further. And then we're going to draw a zigzag. Draw a little bump, then a big bump, and a little bump to finish it.
A bump?
Yeah, bump. Little bumps. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you connected it. Yeah, they're not really bumps. They're more like spikes, huh?
Yes.
That's what you were confused about. Now we're going to connect over here, which you already did. So let's move on. All right.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, now we're ready to draw the arms. We're going to start right here, connect to the chin, come down, back up, and then we're going to leave a gap right here. We're not going to connect. Now we're ready to draw the other arm, and we're going to come back over here, and we're going to draw the same shape. Comes back, but goes the other direction. Oh, I love how big your koala is. Now we're going to draw the feet sticking out to the side. So we're going to draw a U shape over here, a sideways U shape, and a sideways U shape over here on this side. There's the 2 feet. Yeah. And then in between the 2 front feet or arms, we can connect it. Yeah, there's his belly. And we're done. We did it. We finished drawing our koala. Now, what do koalas like to eat? What's their favorite leaf?
Eucalyptus.
Yeah, eucalyptus leaves. Let's draw a few sticks. We're going to draw the sticks coming out first. So there's 2 lines right next to each other. Good. And then we can connect them at the top. Now we can let's add another one over here on this side too. 2 sticks, 2 lines, and then connect them at the top to make the stick complete. And then we can let's add another one right here next to it. And then connect that one. And we can even draw some really tall ones coming out of the top. So we're going to draw 2 lines coming up over here and then connect them at the top.
Oh, mine's super long.
I like how long it is. That's great. And then I'm going to add even more. Now, you guys at home could add as many as you want. And let's see. I'm going to add another one down here, too. All right, good, Hadley. Now we can add the leaves. And eucalyptus leaves are really long. Well, some of them are really long. So let's draw some like long shapes coming off of each of the sticks. That. I'm going to add them over here. Now, you guys don't have to draw this exactly like us. Oh, that's a big one. He's really going to like that one.
He's going to be super hungry.
Yeah, that's going to be his dinner. And then we're going to... So you guys can add these leaves wherever you want on the little sticks coming out. Good. You can even cover your whole page with eucalyptus branches and leaves, but let's leave it just like this. Now we still need to do one last thing. What is it?
Color it.
Yeah, we need to color it. Now this part we're going to fast forward, but at the end you guys can pause it to match the same color. Ready to fast forward?
Yeah.
Now on our koala, we've added some extra lines with our gray colored pencil. We added a U shape right here for the bottom of his mouth. We added ovals on the bottom of his feet, and we did a zigzag right here between his arms. Now we're going to leave these little spots white. Let's also draw a little outline on the ears. So first we'll start here, draw a curve that matches the top curve. Yeah, and then let's do a zigzag that matches the outside. and then that big curve that comes down. Now we're going to leave the inside of the ears white. So that's why we're drawing this shape in there first. So we can repeat that same shape over here. So we draw the top curve, the zigzag, and then the bottom curve.
Yeah, we're kind of copying
the outside.
The outside.
You're right. You're exactly right. Now we're going to continue to fast forward, but we're going to leave the ears, the mouth, the belly, and the ends of the feet white. Hadley, go ahead and keep coloring. I'm going to show our art friends how to add a little extra shading to our koala.
Okay.
I'm using a black colored pencil. I'm going to start really dark. Well, I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want it to be too dark. We're going to press hard. And then as I get away from the front legs, I'm going to get lighter towards the end of his foot. Press lighter and lighter until it fades out. So right there, it looks darker, and then out toward the end, it's lighter. So I'm going to repeat that same step over here. Press a little harder towards his front leg, and then as you get to the outside of his back leg, press lighter and lighter. And there's a little texture on his leg, so you can go back over it with the same color, the same gray, and smooth out that texture. I always love doing that. It's one of my favorite things. Just go back over with the same color and smooth it out. That look nice and soft now.
Yeah.
Then you can also use this black on top of the brown on the eucalyptus plant and add a little shadow to make it look like it's more 3D. These plants are going behind the koala. Is that cool?
Yeah.
With my white colored pencil, I went over the black eyes and also the nose and added a highlight after. Usually in all of our other lessons, we leave the white spot in there for the highlight, but you can also add it after with a white colored pencil. And one other thing I'm going to do is I went over the gray line and I made it softer with the white colored pencil. I'm going to do that with the ear. So you can go over that hard line, the white pencil, and it will soften that line, make it look even fluffier. Is that cool?
Yes.
I love all these little tricks. Give me 5, Hadley. You did awesome on coloring your cute little koala. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Do you think it looks better all colored in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope our art friends are going to pause the video right now to match the same color. Now we used a 50% cool gray for the fur on our koala. We use pink on the cheeks, we use sienna brown for the sticks, and spring green for the leaves.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing your koala.
Yeah, we do. We hope you had a lot of fun, and we'll see you later, our friends.
Goodbye.
Hey, parents and teachers.
All right, so that was our drawing of the koala. I hope you learned a lot today, that you can tell the fiction, the difference between fiction and nonfiction. As time goes on, we'll talk more about it during library class. Thank you so much for paying attention and doing your best today. Bye-bye.